snow.
The Festival City Farmers Market is a year-round farmers market that we started 12 years ago in Cedar City, Utah. We have vendors that participate, both farmers and artisans that make crafts. We have jewelry makers, we have wood makers, signs, soap, just a really good variety of artisans, and everything that they make, it is handcrafted or homemade. So we decided to start the Festival City Farmers Market about 12 years ago, when we had a lot of interest in the farmers markets at that time, and we had several farmers that were participating, and we wanted to do something year-round so that those farmers would stay with us and have an outlet for their produce and their products throughout the whole year. We started off with just farmers and a couple artisans, and now we have quite a few artisans. So it made it more sustainable to be a year-round farmers market, and it made our farmers stick around and grow for us year-round because it was a more sustainable income for them. The Festival City Farmers Market is the first year-round farmers market in the state of Utah. It's definitely a challenge to have a year-round farmers market with our climate, but it's definitely worth it. We feel that consistency of us being out there helps people to know that we're there and that they come and they visit us. So that's been a really good thing for having a year-round farmers market. Plus, it encourages people to grow year-round and to know that it is possible, even in freezing temperatures, to be able to grow year-round here in Cedar City.
What did I do before I got into beekeeping? Well, I went to grammar school. And that's really true. I had my first hive when I was 13 years old. And so I've been in there connected to beekeeping all my life. I enjoy bees. I retired 20 years ago and got my bees, absolutely. Oh, I heard about the farmers market first about 10, 12 years ago. So I said, sure. I joined the market at that time and watched it grow over those years until it's one of my favorite days to be at the farmers market on Saturday. So how do you know it's real honey if you don't know the beekeeper? The number one thing is you need to realize that the honey in the big box stores was sampled a few years ago and found out that 76% of the honey is tainted with something. And that's not good. Even the honey that was not tainted is not good for you because it has been heated so hot that it'll run like water, and they press it through a series of filters to get every little bit of pollen out of it, and in doing so they kill the enzymes in the honey. And so that's why I go back to that. How do you know it's pure honey if you don't know the beekeeper? You don't know. And generally, if you buy it in a big box store, it's really not good for you. The processed food that you get in the big box store has been sprayed with who knows what kind of chemicals. Is it washed off? Is it cleaned up? The fields are being sprayed with so much insecticide, so much glycophosphate, which is like Roundup. How do you wash that stuff off?
And this is kind of an issue that we're seeing right now with large monocrops. There's not very many organic monocrops, if any. You see a lot of imported fertilizers and pesticides, and a lot of governments subsidizing of these crops. And it actually is not very profitable for the farmer. There's so many variables that we can't control. So if they aren't able to get the fertilizers imported that they typically use on their monocrops, then it makes food prices soar, and they as farmers, take a huge loss.
The local farmer we spoke with says prices from the fertilizer to the gas that is used to run his equipment has increased significantly. This in turn will contribute to the rise in food prices down the road.
Dead pelicans, toxic algae blooms, potentially linked to high nitrogen levels in Florida waters.
Hillsborough County had higher levels of nitrogen fertilizer, so all of that runs off into storm drains, polluting our storm water.
Though the pesticide is controversial, the EPA says it will continue to be used by farmers across the country.
Big commercial farming is destroying food in America, and that's my opinion. The farmer's market, it is just clean food, and it's real food, and it's beneficial to you. But well, the environment is taking a beating with insecticide, herbicides, all kind of weed killers, it is just not good. It is absolutely, I believe it's detrimental to your health. I really do.
Definitely the food that is grown by the farmers at the farmers market is more healthy. It has a higher nutrient content, pesticide-free, no chemical fertilizers, so you're definitely going to find a healthier product, plus variety. There's a lot of varieties that we grow at the farmers market that you just can't even find at a grocery store. I tend to be a person who thinks that the solution is close to home. You know, we as individuals can help solve the problem by growing our own food, and our communities can be more sustainable by encouraging farmers to grow their own food. And that's where farmers markets come in. You know, that's an outlet for the farmers to sell their produce and for consumers to get and meet your farmer face to face.
The importance of the farmers market to me is, of course, we sell some honey, and that helps our income, and we don't have to live on Social Security. And but we just enjoy the market so much. I'd still go to it if I didn't make a whole lot of money.
I would say the biggest thing people could do to support the farmers market is just to show up. Even if you just show up and hang out and listen to the music for a little bit, you know, maybe buy breakfast. Instead of going to the grocery store on Saturday morning, go to the farmers market first, see if you can find any of your list items at the market.
The community is very, very important to the farmers market, and not just dollars and cents, but in caring and watching out for each other and taking care. It's incredible. I mean, so it's just a tremendous benefit to local community to keep it local.
65, we never will forget the way you ease the people's plight. Thank you, Francis Perkins, we will carry on your fight.